I think social fragmentation has become a really major challenge. We've seen that with the division around Brexit, with Remainers and Brexiteers. You know, people feeling that there's a lot of treachery, people feeling that there's a real anger to the other, and we've really started to otherize each other. We're seeing that people post-COVID are feeling there's a bigger gap in society. And I think that's something that we need to work to rebuild those connections. We are now in the midst of the cost of living crisis. People are finding it very difficult. I was with parents just 2 days ago, speaking to them about some of their challenges, and they're very concerned about their young people, their futures. How do we make sure we have that social bond that we can support each other? How do we unlock spaces that can be used to bring communities together? We've lost the civic spaces that we used to have in many parts of our local neighborhoods. And so we need to rewind how we bring those spaces. We have a lot of shops that are closing down. Everyone's talking about high streets, but actually these high street shops can be transformed into community hubs. You know, we're all working from home, we're all finding different ways of reconnecting. How can we unlock these spaces that these can be hubs to bring people together, that bring mums together, that bring children, older people together? So I think this opportunity, the Steps Togetherness, is going to be really exciting as we go into communities and share our ideas and see how they can develop them with us. I think there's a lot of willingness from the faith sector to come into this, but I think often there's a lot of fear. Many institutions fear engaging with the faith sector. I think resources are a real challenge because raising funds to work with the wider community. So you've got to start with these small steps to togetherness by opening their door, coffee, but also people want meaningful issues as we were moving into a world. So like I met with one mosque the other day, and they were organizing accountancy support for those who are self-employed, because suddenly everyone's in a very different space. Entrepreneurship, people are self-employed, voluntary or being forced to go into self-employment. It's not always, an exciting thing to go into that. There's a lot of fear about how you do your books. What software do I buy? Do I need an accountant? And actually it's helping people come together to find meaningful solutions. It's almost like joining a club, but you wouldn't do that usually with your place of worship. But actually, there's a community of people who are doing the same thing. How can you learn from each other to be more efficient, but also, doing it in a more a way that meets your needs?